Okay, I got interrupted by the mail lady. She had stuff that needed to be signed. Wonders of all wonders. Anyway, so we're talking about the gloves. The gloves. So these are brand new. They've never been used, and I picked them up for $1.50. They're going to be going online. I think they're on Etsy right now, and normally they sell between $15 and $25. I don't think I have them up there for that much. No way. I don't believe in raking people over the coals. So I try, when I see stuff like this, I try to pick these up knowing that it's going to help a child. And these items will help a child, and then part of the proceeds goes to St. Jude's research. And I just enjoy doing it. When my kids were little, everything was secondhand stores. Salvation Army, at the time there wasn't any Goodwill. Salvation Army and another church in northern Michigan called Holy Childhood, they had a basement thrift store, and I would go down, and my kids didn't even know what a Kmart was until they were about 7 or 8 years old, starting to go to school. But they had good clothes. They had really good clothes. It's an affluent area, and when the people are done with it, a lot of times the items still had tags on them. Now this doesn't have tags on them, but it is brand new, and yeah, pro black goalie gloves for soccer. So that one will be there. Every once in a while something does scream out and call my name and slap me on the butt, pull my hair. This piece right here, if you can see it, right there. It's a serving dish, and this china is made in England. And I'll show you that right there. Can you see the... my light won't cooperate. Okay. Anyway, so it's made in China, and it's Royal Dalton, which is a very nice brand, very popular brand, and it's Provincial TC 1034. It's beautiful. It doesn't have any chips on it. It's got the greens and the oranges and the yellows, and some fleur-de-lis around the bowl. But this thing caught my eye. My sister-in-law was laughing at me because I get a hold of a piece like this, and I'm feeling it up, and it's like I'm molesting the doggone thing. And she asked me, she goes, "Why do you do that?" I said, "Because I'm looking for chips. Something of this magnitude was loved. It was in somebody's china cabinet. This thing was loved. I wanted to see how well." And I bought it for $1.50. And she asked me how much it was worth, and I said, "I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm no expert in any way, shape, or form." And but it calls my name. It calls my name. So then I either get out my phone right then, and if I can get signal, or I get home and I look it up. Now this Provincial Fine China from England, this serving dish is online at the retail stores, replacements.com, and a lot of the other places where you can buy replacement pieces of china. $40 to $45. $40 to $45. Now, this is not, I'm going to put this on my Etsy. I don't know what year this was produced. I'm going to put this on Etsy, and I'm not going to be asking that much, but I'm thinking maybe I can get $20 to $25 out of this. For a collector, or somebody whose kitchen is this color, or maybe they want something to decorate, to put on the wall, on a shelf or something. The colors are wonderful. I love the sunny yellows and the greens, especially coming into the new season with Easter. And this summer's colors, according to the big 3 women's magazines, Vogue, Cosmopolitan, and somebody else. I'm not a big reader, but when they say that the colors are blues and sands and yellows and greens, that makes me so happy. Makes me happy because those are the colors that I love. Not that I have to be fashionable or Vogue, but it just tells me that that's going to be available when I get out there looking around. Okay, so that's that. And then we have more yellows. I found these at Goodwill. My sister-in-law was laughing at me. Again, I picked the pieces up and I molested them. I love this. This is actually textured to feel like burlap. Can you see that? Yeah, and this one is tomatoes. It's a cookie jar. Unfortunately, fortunately, it was made in 1988 by H&HD Home Design, something in home, Hearth and Home Design, and it was made in Mexico. And they're very popular. Got the little blue tassels on top, and the tomato on the front, Rossville, Pennsylvania, and it's got a little edge on it. Everything on the top is in good shape, but I noticed the bottom, somebody loved this piece and they actually repaired it. It's got a little crack on it, but it's a beautiful repair, and all the edges match up. There's no sharp edges anywhere. And when you're looking at older pieces, sometimes that's what you got to look at. You got to look at whether or not it was loved. And you can see there was some use where it sat on the shelf here. But I picked this piece up for $5. And this piece normally sells for $15 in the replacement shops. So in the antique shops and everything. So I thought, well, I'm going to put this on Etsy. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to put it on Etsy. It comes with other pieces. Now this was originally a 4-piece canister set and a utensil jar. I only have 3, so I suspect somebody lost one along the way. This piece here, it's a little smaller, and it's the blueberry piece. Can you see it? Again, with the yellows and the blue tassels and the beautiful colors. I love these strong colors. I really do. And I bought this one, 1988 HD. I bought this one for $3. And again, about $15 for this piece here. And then there's a smaller one, and it says Goldenrod Pears, Ventura, California, and made in Mexico, 1988 HD. I bought this one for $2.50. And then there's the utensil one. No lid, because you stick your spoons and your ladles and everything in here. Again, 1988. So this would have been the 5th piece. And a lot of the sets that I saw online did not have this piece at all. They had the 4 pieces, and I thought, you know what? A lot of apartments these days don't have a ton of room in the kitchen. A cookie jar, coffee, tea, maybe you could put your chai tea in here, and your cocoa packets in here or something. But ladles and spoons, wooden spoons and stuff like that. Perfect. A nice size. I'm going to say it's about 6 inches tall right here. And this one I picked up for $3. And the whole set normally sells for between $48 and $60 at the replacement in the antique shops. So I picked it up for $12 total. $12 total. So I'm going to probably be looking for between $20 and $25 on this set. And it doesn't break my heart that I'm missing the 4th piece. People don't keep sugar and flour in canisters anymore. They keep prepackaged items. I like Splenda, tea. I keep my my sugar packets, my Splenda, the Equal. What else do I have up there? I keep them all in canisters. That way I don't have to worry about vermin, bugs. We live in Tennessee. Yes. It just keeps it out of there. I feel better about it. So, but this is perfect, I think, and it's not real heavy, but it's not going to get knocked over in a strong wind. Now this next piece. There's a story behind it. This next piece. This is cobalt blue Linux. The name is right there. Linux. Can you see? Oh, I can't. Linux, there it is. Platinum. These are dolphins. They go all the way around here with some floral design. And this piece grabbed my attention and screamed at me. I picked it up. My sister-in-law said, "Oh, look, dolphins." I didn't see the dolphins. I saw Lennox Platinum and the blue. Again, strong colors. Reach out and grab me. And she says, "Well, what are you going to do with that?" I said, "I'm going to put it on Etsy. I'm going to put this one on Etsy." And it's got a little smidge. There's no cracks, no dings. This thing was loved. A lot of times what happens is in the urban and new urban areas, used to be rural, with all the building and everything going on, people are buying up their grandparents' homes and selling it, and grandma and grandpa end up in assisted living or in nursing homes, and they need to divest of all their belongings to move into these smaller areas. And we're finding that the kids and the grandkids don't want to deal with this stuff, and they put it in charity bins. And I go shopping. So we got this piece right here. Now I picked this piece up for $4. Low. Anyway, and this normally sells for between $50 and $60, depending on which site you go to. And when I told my sister-in-law this after we got home, because I can't research in the stores, it's too much. She almost dropped her jaw right then and there. So I don't know about this stuff when I'm out there shopping, but like I said, champagne taste Kool-Aid pocketbook. My next one, oh yeah, I'll probably be looking, flea bite, or is that smudge? I think it's a flea bite. It's from wear and tear, normal wear and tear. You get these little spots. They're not chips. They're just like kind of rubs. And stickers, yeah. This next one is near and dear to my heart, and it's this little, they call it a Shih Tzu dog. Now, when I looked at it, I thought it looked a little bit like Pomeranian, or maybe even a Papillon, except the ears are down instead of the ears being up. But I love this tail right here, and I love the luster on this dog. I don't know where this dog was made. I don't know. Let's see if you can see his little face. Oh, it's his little face. But it is vintage. I had to clean a whole bunch of, there had to be years of dust off of this thing. And everybody was walking by him on the shelf. And he reached out and grabbed me and called my name and said, "Take me home, take me home, take me home." And so I picked him up for $5. $5. I love him. Yeah. I was thinking about giving him a name. Yeah. He's not a Cocker Spaniel. No, it's the tail. The tail that kind of gives it away. Is he a Shih Tzu? Is he a Lopso? Is he a Pomeranian? He's about the same size as my sister-in-law's dog, Pomeranian. He's a sport dog. That's another subject. She carries around a sport dog with her in the stores because she has a need for one. The people will come up and they'll say, and he wears a red vest that says working dog. Not a sport dog. What's it? It's a working dog. And it says working, do not touch. And it's got his little registration on the vest in case somebody needs to see that he's a real working dog and not somebody's pet. And he's there for a specific reason. And I've seen him in action. He's very good at what he does, but he requires his full attention on her. There are dogs that check for diabetes when a person's sugar levels go through the roof or their insulin drops. There are dogs that are out there for emotional support, that when somebody's anxiety goes through the roof, they let them know immediately. There are dogs out there for epilepsy. If the person starts to get to the point where they're going to have an epileptic seizure, these dogs will come in and put the person into a sitting position or a laying down position and protect them from whatever is going on around them. Well, she has this dog, and I can't believe the number of people that will come up and say, "Can I pet your dog?" And it's clear the dog has a red vest on, and she has the card on there and the patches on there. But his face is so cute. His little face is so cute. I don't think they see the vest right away. And she is told he's a working dog. He's a working dog. Please don't pet him. Please don't talk to him. Please don't call his attention. Don't at him and do, oh, when he's wearing the vest. Because he's supposed to be paying attention to her. He's supposed to be paying attention to her needs and to make sure that he can alert her if something's going to happen or is happening or needs to happen or whatever. And there's only 2 questions you can ask a person who has a dog like that, and that is is he a support dog or a working dog, and does he do tasks? And yes, and not tricks. He has a specific task. And you can't ask a person like that, well, what's your disability? No. 1, that's rude, and 2, it's against the law. You can't do it. Well, I've seen it. I've been in public with her, and I try to distract these people when they're trying to, I'm like, oh yeah, his face is so cute, but see the vest. Don't touch the vest. And I've seen parents, they'll go, can my little girl pet your little dog? And she goes, no, don't pet the dog. Well, there's a reason why she gets so upset, because she's had a support animal before that had to actually be retired. Now, these things are not cheap. $20,000 to $25,000 for a dog, and time, years of training, sometimes 2-3 years of training to get these dogs to do what they need to do. And you can ruin a dog by going and drawing its attention away from where it needs to be. And by going, oh, let me pet you, blah, 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 you can ruin the dog. She had to retire another dog. And I knew a woman who was blind who had to retire a dog because people kept walking up and giving the dog treats. Well, it got to the point where the dog was distracted, and she ended up hurt because the dog did not let her know that there was something in her way. Very heartbreaking. She retired the dog. My sister-in-law retired her dog too. That doesn't mean they put him in a pound and forget about him. They live there, so now they have 2 dogs. One that is basically a pet, but you don't want to give it away because you love it. You love it. So when you're out and about and you see a working dog, don't ask to pet it. This woman got so upset. Oh. Hang on a second. Just a moment.